Hey there, Lewis from New Gen Parents here, bringing you another video. This one's going to be an accumulation of a few things. It's going to be Braxton Hicks. It's going to be hiccups while pregnant, fetal hiccups. It's going to be your child's first poo, and also, which kind of ties in together, is the look and the smell of your water when it breaks. We are currently, I don't know, like 9 days away from our scheduled C-section. I look forward to dropping some videos after that happens. What an experience that should be. Let's go over it real quick. A, Braxton Hicks. Could happen pretty early into the pregnancy, usually happens about second or third trimester. They call them like practice contractions. They're fine. It doesn't mean something bad is happening. Every pregnancy has them. Tightening, like a contraction, kind of hurts, feels maybe like a pulled muscle if it gets bad, but it's no big deal. Braxton Hicks is what they're called. If you feel any kind of tightness or cramping, or it feels like your stomach is kind of pulling in and like wrapping around the kid, your baby, or I don't know. It sometimes hurts, it sometimes doesn't. It could feel uncomfortable, but they call them practice contractions. So if it feels like a very, very light contraction, it's a Braxton Hick. They say they can get rid of them by lying down onto your left side. Sometimes alleviates the pressure, but just like any other kind of muscle cramp, hydrate. Second thing is so fetal hiccups. Sometimes you'll feel your baby hiccuping inside you. Now this is a totally normal thing. Most say that it's the lungs developing, so it's normal. Some others say that sometimes they swallow the fluid that's around them, and it could cause hiccups. These hiccups usually happen once or twice a day. Totally normal. The hiccups shouldn't last too long. If they last more than like 15 minutes, then keep an eye on it. If it doesn't stop, then maybe go to the doctor, but I mean, the hiccups are completely normal. Nothing that you should be worried about at all. So those are the hiccups. Now, when it comes to your first baby's poo, we were told that the poo is like a black, like a tar. It's gross, it's stinky, it's smelly, it's gooey. Of course, well, this is your first baby's poo. It comes out. Don't worry about it, it's all good. Maybe the second poo will kind of be the same. And then apparently by the second or third poo, you might see like crystals. Sometimes they're reddish, sometimes they're pinkish, sometimes it'll be green. Again, totally normal. Clean it up, go on your merry way, no need to worry. The only last thing that I'd like to talk about is the look and the smell of your water as it breaks. So we were notified that if the water is, breaks and it's like water, whatever, you can take your time going to the hospital. I've heard a lot of stories of people going to the hospital and being sent home because it's not quite time yet. Unless your contractions are, I think it was 1 minute long, unless your contractions last a whole minute, then okay, it's time to go. I mean, I don't know how many people that we've spoken to have gone to the hospital after their water have broken. Doctor's like, yeah, you're not ready yet. Go back home, come back in a couple hours. Really? Are you kidding? I'd probably stay at the hospital in the parking lot because I'd be freaking out because this is my first kid and I have no experience with it. But it's nice to hear from these other people. This is what happens. Although, if the water breaks and it's a foul, smelly odor, and if it looks a little darker than usual, that could be a bad thing. That's when you get to the hospital right away. Baby usually doesn't defecate or poo until after it's born. Sometimes it'll defecate or poo before it's born. Now, if you go back to the hiccups that I spoke about, they swallow the fluid sometimes and it causes hiccups. Well, imagine you poo in the fluid and then you swallow it. That's antibiotics as the kid comes out. That's a complication you don't need. So if it is foul smelling as it comes out, you're going to want to get to the hospital right away. Otherwise, if your water breaks and it's clear, I would say most of the time, probably clean the house first before you leave. This is Lewis. Thank you very much for watching my video. If it helped you in any way, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping more of these. When the kid comes out, we are going to be dropping these videos often. I can't wait to share my experiences with you. See you later.